Hello everyone. Let us continue with the series of drug proving. So now we have come to drug proving part 4. So let's see how anyone would like to continue next. Aphorism 117 is very important. He speaks about idiosyncrasies. So idiosyncrasies in itself is a big chapter, but we will restrict ourselves to what Hahnemann has spoken and what is the definition of it according to Hahnemann. So while proving some symptoms are produced only in few persons. In 116 we saw that some symptoms are produced in many people, some in less, and then some are produced in very less people. These category of people belong to the category of idiosyncrasies. Idiosyncrasies is a peculiar corporeal constitution. It's a peculiar physical constitution. Corporeal means a body which, although otherwise healthy, it is healthy. Although otherwise healthy, a disposition to be brought into more or less morbid state by certain things, which seems to produce no impression, no change in other individuals. Why we call them as idiosyncrasy or it's a peculiar body means there are many people who will not get affected by some of the medicines, but these guys are getting affected by such medicines which are not affecting many of the people. The sensitivity in them makes the deepest thing which is there present in the medicine to be brought out. The morbidity of that particular medicine, we will not come to know that this medicine even can cause this also unless and until these people have been given these medicines. So why only few are affected? Why not many are affected? Okay, so this is a question. This thing is very clear because this depends upon two things. One is the inherent power, the medicine whatever you are giving is important. So capability of the vital force to be influenced by the inherent power of that particular thing. The obvious derangement of health is so-called idiosyncrasies is because of their peculiar constitution. Actually, medicine have a capacity to alter everybody's state of health, but only few people bodies react in such a way that these even the inner inherent powers of the medicines are being thrown out or are being shown. So by this, what we will come to know that medicine agents have got a capacity to produce all these morbid states in all the individuals, but it is only possible for idiosyncratic patients to throw them out. Okay, so hence, as they have got a capacity to produce them, they have got the capacity to cure them in the sick individual. Let's come to footnote 95. Examples of idiosyncrasies. Okay, everybody relishes smell of the roses, but few are there. They faint from it, and also they get some of the morbid states. So whenever people eat crabs, so they do get some of the symptoms. The row of the barbell, by touching some leaves of sumac, also some people get some of the symptoms. In next footnote, Hahnemann gives us examples of working of similia principle. Emperor called as Alexis would get faintings from the roses, and she restored him back by sprinkling rose water on him. Hostius saw great benefit from rose vinegar in cases of syncope. Let's go to aphorism 118. Every individual medicine has got a capacity to produce symptoms of its own peculiar character on a healthy human beings. When we refer aphorism 3, Hahnemann tells physicians should clearly perceive what is curative in each individual medicine. In footnote 97, this fact also was known to A.V. Hodge, means there were some people who knew all these things. Let's come to aphorism 119. Here, every species of plant differs from every other species and genes in number of following aspects like in mode of life, in growth, taste and smell. So every mineral and salt differs from all other salts in its external properties, internal properties and physical properties, right? Which is sufficient to prevent any confounding of one with another. So we have seen that every medicine has got its own individual peculiar characteristic that differ from one another. Also in disease producing property and also in therapeutic property. So each of these substances produce symptoms in a determinate peculiar manner. Hence there is no chance of getting any confusion. In footnote 98 we see that there is no surrogates. So this comes as a short note. Surrogates means there is no substitute. If at all you are having a case in your hand and you have found that arsenic alb is the remedy and in your medicine case there is no arsenic alb and you cannot give any other medicine to him, thinking that okay this is similar to arsenic alb, you cannot substitute. A person needs that medicine means he needs that medicine only, right? So you cannot substitute one medicine from the other. There is no substitute for a person who has a thorough knowledge. He understands what is the remarkable difference between this remedy and that remedy. The man who understands how it has produced medicinal symptoms, how it is different from single substance from every other, will readily perceive that among them there can be no surrogates. From medical point of view, there are no equivalent remedies. Whatever. There are no that means no surrogates. So Hahnemann continues as the only people, the people who cannot understand the slight difference between one medicine to another person, convince others that yes, they can give a medicine by substituting the medicine. If they don't possess, then they usually substitute the medicines. The people who are ignorant about the external appearances and real value, true importance, their dissimilar inherent properties, then they accept substitutes. In footnote 99, he is insisting that there are no surrogates at all. So as to know the pure properties of the medicine, one must try to prove them on themselves and healthy human beings so that they can understand the real difference, and which was not known to allopathic people. What they used to do is, because individual medicine has got its own effects, but what they used to do, they used to mix many of the medicines and they used to prescribe, which was not correct, he mean to say. So medicines must be thoroughly and carefully distinguished, because life and death, health and disease, everything depends upon. Only for this particular purpose, they must be tested on healthy human beings. By careful and pure experiments, this will reveal their powers, their real effects, accurate knowledge regarding them. Okay, when we know the medicines, we avoid all the mistakes while employing them, and only then they help us in curing the diseases in a rapid and permanent manner. Let us summarize. Horizon 117, he speaks of idiosyncrasy. 118 is medicines have got peculiar action. Each individual medicine peculiar. They have got their own peculiarity. 119, he stresses on no surrogates, no substitutes. 120, he stresses that one must know the pure effects of medicine by proving them on healthy human beings. So that a slightest difference can be no. Thank you.